The movie begins with a scene set several hundred years ago, in 895 AD. We are shown a king returning to his kingdom with many slaves. In fact, he is returning after winning a war, so his entire populace welcomes him. Then the king meets his wife and his son Amleth. Amleth was very weak. The king takes out a necklace locket from the treasure won in the war and gives it to his son Amleth. Here, we are also shown the king's brother Fjolnir, who was very powerful and cruel. He had supported his brother in every war and fought with great bravery. Therefore, he had a significant contribution to every war's victory. At night, when the king is with his wife, he tells her that he was severely injured in this victory and has now decided that he will declare his son Amleth as king. But his wife says not to do so, as Amleth is very young and weak. If he wants to do this, he must first kill his younger brother Fjolnir, because Fjolnir has supported him in every war and believes he is the rightful heir to the throne. If Amleth is made king, Fjolnir might kill him. The king knew that what his wife was saying was absolutely true. So, he takes his son to their ancestral temple, which is far away and has narrow paths. The king tells Amleth that his father had also brought him here. Then they go to the place where all the rituals are performed. A priest is already present there, who tells them that they must prove whether they are a dog or a wolf. After this, the king starts behaving like a wolf, and Amleth imitates him. The king roars loudly, but Amleth's heart and voice are not strong enough, so he cannot produce such a loud sound. The king knew that Amleth was very weak. Therefore, some rituals are performed there. During these rituals, Amleth sees strange things. After the rituals are completed, both come out, and just then, the king's brother Fjolnir arrives and attacks the king. The king tells his son Amleth to escape from there. Amleth flees, but the king is hit by an arrow, which causes his death. While escaping, one of Fjolnir's soldiers catches Amleth, but Amleth attacks and injures him and reaches back to his kingdom. There, he sees that his uncle Fjolnir has taken control of the entire kingdom and has taken his mother hostage. The soldier whom Amleth had injured comes to Fjolnir and lies, saying that Amleth drowned in the sea and died. On the other hand, we are shown Amleth, who takes a boat and leaves his kingdom via the sea route. He resolves that one day he will definitely free his mother and take revenge on Fjolnir for his father's death. After this, many years pass. Now Amleth has grown up and is no longer weak as before. He has become a warrior and is also the leader of some people. He attacks small tribes and enslaves and sells their people. One day, Amleth, along with his companions, attacks a tribe and takes many people captive. Here, he meets a woman who has magical powers, but both her eyes have been blinded. She recognizes Amleth and tells him that Fjolnir's son had blinded her eyes. She tells Amleth many things about his future and past. Amleth learns that some slaves from this tribe are to be sold to his uncle Fjolnir. So, he boards the ship with those slaves. On that ship, there is also a girl named Olga. While they are sailing, a big storm arrives. Olga is about to fall, but Amleth saves her. Somehow, they reach the island where Fjolnir has control. After becoming king, Fjolnir had shifted to that island. All the slaves are taken before Fjolnir. On the way, Olga tells Amleth that she knows he is not a slave and has come here for a special purpose. Amleth tells her the whole truth, that he is here to kill his uncle Fjolnir, who is now the king of this place, to avenge his father's death. When all the slaves are presented before Fjolnir, Amleth sees him, and his heart fills with anger and pain. Fjolnir does not recognize Amleth because he has grown up and was told that Amleth drowned in the sea. Fjolnir looks at Amleth and approaches him because he needed strong young men like him who could do heavy work. After this, Amleth is made to do hard labor day and night. One day, Amleth sees his mother, the queen, and feels great sorrow upon seeing her. He wants to free her at any cost. One night, when he is alone, a pig comes and signals him to follow. Amleth follows it, and the pig leads him to a cave. Upon entering the cave, he sees a priest performing rituals. The priest tells Amleth that he knows who he is. He says that Amleth is the king's son and has come to avenge his father's death. Amleth says this is true, but he does not know how to take revenge. He pleads with the priest to show him the way. The priest tells him about a sword that is very powerful. He also tells Amleth the location of that sword. Amleth sets out alone to retrieve the sword. He reaches an underground place where he sees a mummy, which belonged to an ancient king. The mummy holds the same sword. As Amleth moves toward the sword, the mummy comes to life and attacks him. Amleth fights it, but when the mummy comes into the light, he realizes it was all an illusion. The mummy is still in its place. Amleth understands that this is a mysterious place, and he must not get trapped in any illusion. He goes to the mummy, takes the sword from its hand, and the mummy crumbles. Amleth returns with the sword and hides it in a place. Then he goes to Olga and tells her not to worry, as he will soon kill Fjolnir and free everyone. In fact, Fjolnir and his men used to harass Olga. Olga worked there as a cook. The next morning, Amleth and several others are taken far away to a place where a dangerous game is held. Participation in this game is mandatory, and it is so dangerous that someone could die. During the game, when Amleth's team is losing, Fjolnir's son cannot tolerate it and interferes in the game. A moment comes when a player from the opposing team is about to kill Fjolnir's son. Fjolnir and his wife are terrified seeing this, but before he can be killed, Amleth saves him and wins the game. Everyone is very happy because Amleth saved Fjolnir's son's life. For this reason, that night, Amleth is given the chance to spend time with Olga, as everyone knew they loved each other. But the next morning is very bad for Fjolnir because several of his men have been killed by someone. Fjolnir thinks this is the work of the slaves, but then a seer arrives who can tell things about the past and future. He tells Fjolnir that this is not the work of a slave but of a spirit. If he wants to stop this spirit, he must make a sacrifice. Fjolnir does so, but the next morning, he sees that instead of the intended sacrifice, one of his own men is dead. This greatly troubles him, and he orders his soldiers to keep watch all around. At night, while his soldiers are on guard, they suddenly start killing themselves. No one understands what is happening. Taking advantage of this chaos, Amleth reaches the place where his mother is. He tells her that he is her son and has come to avenge his father's death. He says that the next day he will kill Fjolnir and free her forever from there. But his mother says that his father considered her a slave and had no value in his eyes. He only spent time increasing his wealth and kingdom. So, she manipulated Fjolnir and had his father killed so that she could live freely and control everyone. She says that if Amleth wants to kill Fjolnir, he can do so. After that, she will become his queen, and together they will rule the entire populace. Hearing this, Amleth is utterly shocked. Amleth had never imagined that his mother could think like this. Then he kills Fjolnir's son, takes out his heart, and goes straight to Olga. He tells Olga that they must leave this place now because there is nothing left for them here. Olga tells him that he must take revenge for his father's death, which is why he came here. So, he should complete this task. The next morning, Fjolnir is shown completely distraught over his son's death. He strongly suspects Amleth. He captures Olga, but before he can kill her, Amleth comes before him. He says that he killed Fjolnir's son and still has his heart. After this, Fjolnir's men attack Amleth, but Amleth is very powerful. He kills them one by one. During this, Olga gets a chance to escape, and she flees from there. Fjolnir's army is very large, so they capture Amleth and beat him brutally. Although Fjolnir wants to kill him, he first goes to his son's funeral. After Fjolnir leaves, several crows come to Amleth. In fact, these are his father's spirit, which frees him. When Fjolnir returns, he sees that Amleth is not there. He tells his men to capture Amleth and bring him back. On the other hand, Amleth reaches Olga. They have gone far away from that place. Both of them get married. Olga tells Amleth that they will go far away from here, where they will build their new world and start a new life. Amleth agrees with her. After this, they set out on their journey by boat. On the way, Amleth learns that Olga is pregnant and will become the mother of his child. Hearing this, he says that he can leave now, but if he does not kill Fjolnir, then in the future, when their son grows up, Fjolnir will kill him to avenge his son's death. So, he must kill Fjolnir now. He gives a ring to the boatman and tells him to take his wife to her relative's house. Then he jumps into the water and reaches Fjolnir's kingdom to kill him. There, he sees that Fjolnir's army is killing itself. This had happened before, and it was all because of that magical sword he had taken from the mummy's hand. That sword was very powerful and had been helping him from the beginning. That is why many of Fjolnir's men were dying on their own. After this, Amleth reaches the place where many slaves were kept. He frees all the slaves. Now he wants to kill Fjolnir at any cost, but first, he faces his mother. His mother attacks him, but by mistake, the sword strikes her, causing her death. Just then, Fjolnir arrives from behind. Seeing his wife's death, he becomes very sad because he had married Amleth's mother. He picks up his wife and tells Amleth that he will meet him near the volcano. Amleth goes to the volcano, where Fjolnir is waiting for him. A fierce battle takes place between the two. They overpower each other alternately. A moment comes when both strike each other with their swords. Fjolnir dies there, and Amleth is counting his last breaths. Just then, he sees in a vision that his wife Olga has given birth to twins. Seeing this, he finds peace. After this, he too dies, and here our movie ends. If you liked our video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.